Hello all. In this particular video we will talk about how the hardware is playing a role in artificial intelligence and other buzzwords we hear these days. So while we restrict the discussion to a very limited points in this video, we will talk in depth over the next videos. So the first thing, what we see here basically on the left are the current trends, trending words we should say, whether it be artificial intelligence or machine learning or data mining, data science, deep learning, neural networks. So all these basically are the trending technologies we can say. So each of these would involve mostly algorithms at the lower level, definitely, where these algorithms do work on several inputs and then produce outputs accordingly. So whether it be artificial intelligence or machine learning, deep learning, whatever it may be, everything requires some inputs in some physical form. So this physical form could be basically, if you take IoT, it could be a sensor input. The sensor could be a physical sensor, or the camera inputs basically, or any other visual data which need to be processed, and then corresponding actions need to be taken. So all these inputs are in physical form. So when we say physical form, definitely hardware and interfacing is involved. So when we are all talking about all these, we are talking at a very high level, but at a very lower level, it involves hardware and inputs need to be processed using these algorithms that are developed. So on the right you see these are the chips that are available in the market. Very few are mentioned here. There are many players, many startups and many well-known companies working. Intel is one, and then Nvidia, and the Texas Instruments, ADAS, SoC, TDA, 4VM. So these are some of the examples where the processors are involved, and then then data gets processed. Now, before going into the actual things, the first thing is our brain is has neurons, we know, right? Neurons do take inputs and then provide outputs. So the main aim of these neural networks, or at a very high level, if you talk about artificial intelligence or deep learning, it is basically to replicate this using some artificial means. So considering that scenario, the neural networks is what the base of all this. So what does neural networks mean is, this example, you can take a simple block here which has some inputs, and each block here is called a neuron. Neuron here meant a simple mathematical operations, which is again part of an algorithm at a bigger level, and then they provide output accordingly. So now here the system could be so complex that the output of these block diagrams of these neurons could be provided to another neuron as an input, and then the decision need to be taken. So the ultimate aim of these neural networks is to collect the data and then provide the data output, or consolidate or segregate the data based on the inputs. So that's the ultimate aim. Even artificial intelligence or machine learning, why they are basically used is to take a decision based on the several inputs. So that's what these neural networks do. So neural networks helps at the lower level in the processing units to perform complex operations. So now what we are talking is deep neural networks, where there are complex algorithms involved, and these all happen, these all processing happen inside the ASICs or the SOCs that are designed. Now coming to the hardware. So while we are talking about algorithms, artificial intelligence, and then the mathematical analysis, there involves a hardware on which all these need to be built. So this is nothing but a simple processor which are example SOCs, the Texas Instruments SOC which we have seen, or the Intel or the Nvidia. So these are all the processors. So now how these processors are differentiated from normal processors are, these have a separate accelerators inside this chipset to speed up the neural network computations that happen. So to perform these neural networks computations, we need to have these accelerators so that these complex algorithms are processed without any issues. Now all these accelerators are built into these SOCs, or there can be SOCs specifically for these neural network computations and then dedicated to be used for machine learning algorithms, processing the machine learning algorithms or the neural networks. Now here the ultimate aim of all these is to basically accelerate the performance of the system that is used in a specific application. For example, all these applications mostly are starting from IoT, Internet of Things, and then involves more of audio, video processing, more of data processing, sensor related data that is being captured, and then the decisions are taken so that and ultimate aim is to accelerate the performance and reduce the power consumption wherever possible. While reducing the power consumption is another aspect of it, the ultimate aim is to speed up the processing capability. So this is where at a lower level the hardware plays a role. So we will talk about what are all the chips that are available, what are these accelerators, how do they improve, what is being written in these neural networks, what language is used, what are the tools available, how do we write this. So all these we will talk in the next videos. We just wanted to give a view to deep dive into these kind of things. Hope we just gave a view of this. Please let us know if you have any questions. Please subscribe and like our channel. Thank you.